Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. It is Wednesday, July 8th, 2026, and welcome to our anxiety and depression support stream. I am here with what is looking to be a teaching this month. I'm calling this the 3 stages of transformation of your affliction. And boy, have I been afflicted today. I've been attested. I'm going to try my headphones, y'all. 1 second. Let's see. I don't know if it's too much crackling or any of that, and I'll take them off because I think last time I did this, they were making too much noise, but I want to make sure you guys can hear me too. So how's everybody doing? How's this week go? And really the first week of July, because we are on day 8, which is the number of new beginnings. Yeah. Okay, so just waiting for you guys to log on. But yeah, this looks like I'm going to do a little series here of teaching. And we started, yeah, I think I did start July with you guys last Wednesday, so this will be great. Three weeks of teaching. So as you guys know, butterflies have been in my spirit this month already. Literally every day I've had a confirmation of this. I had one earlier today. So this is kind of my inspiration in my my template for our teen. I am literally using the life cycle of the butterfly to do this teaching. So tonight I begin with the caterpillar. And really not so much the caterpillar, but just sort of the life in the earthbound. I'm calling this earthbound battles. So, how's it going, everybody? Well, good to see y'all. Y'all, am I back? Am I back, y'all? I'm not in the mood today. I'm not in the mood for all of these attacks. I've been so attacked today. I've been so attacked today. My anxiety has been triggered. Y'all, I'm gonna use my blanket. Let me see if this works. My anxiety has been triggered so greatly today. So this is gonna help me. Lord, whatever you need to reveal, please do. Because I need a word. I hope y'all are here so you can share with me too. Sorry, I forgot I have these. So I'm probably talking super loud. But by the way, is it crackling? Because if it is, I'm taking them off. Okay, Lord, please bless this stream. No more interruptions. I really want this to get to you all, and to get to me for that matter. Okay. I wish you guys could see my DIY setups that I do. It's a freaking riot. Okay. Hi. What's up? You're so pretty. I love your hair. Aw. Thanks, Nana. Hi. Ricard. Hi. Hi, Liam. Hi, Christian. Good to see all of you. Y'all, I feel loud now. Sorry if I am. Here we are. We're back. It's going. My little timer's going, which means I'm live. So again, just to echo, 3 stages of transformation of your affliction. Whatever your affliction is, this is anxiety and depression support, but if you're going through some other affliction, this is going to bless you as well. As I said, I kind of got the vision for this earlier today. I'm very inspired by butterflies. You guys, I love butterflies anyway, but this is the month of the Lord's showing me about butterflies, how it connects to, and I'm actually doing this across the board. By the way, soul strengthening sessions, I'm sorry, it's just yesterday or had me rest. Guys, I'm so sorry about all those little buffers. I thought my internet was gold, but maybe I'm gonna have to reset it. So when I see a buffer, I'm just gonna pause so that when you're watching this later, it's gonna be congruent. I pray. I do pray. Okay, so let's get into this. I'm going through the butterfly stages. Okay, so we're doing caterpillar, which is tonight. And I'm calling this earthbound battles because a lot of us are here. We are at the mercy of this earth realm warfare, okay? And some of us are not trained yet, spiritually speaking, to handle the warfare that's coming at us. So we're in this first stage of, and it's a recovery stage, don't get me wrong, but it's the first stage of perhaps realization that I'm struggling and I'm going through something. So I'm calling this helpless and hopeless in my hardships. Anybody feel like this tonight? Do you feel helpless and hopeless in your afflictions, in your hardships right now? If you do, this is for you. And if you're not, then maybe this will help you sort of kind of see the progress in your life and give you more encouragement and more hope. So the subtitle to this is All I See Is Me and My Big, Big Mess. Anybody feeling like this tonight? This is what we're getting into. Earthbound battles. I certainly remember this stage in my life where I was going through so much. I had no understanding, nor did I have any visible refuge. So I was left to my own devices. I was left to fend for myself. I was left to try and figure it all out. Why? Because I had no revelation of the strength of the Spirit. And I certainly did not understand using the anchor of the Spirit to pull me out of my own messes. If you're here, it is okay. Rescue is here. You're not going to stay here forever. And you will recover. You will recover. If you've come to my channel, whatever you're going through, this is divine alignment that God's brought you here. You are here to be restored. This is what my channel is about. This is what I do. I help you on the inner healing journey, going from brokenness to restoration. And yes, I am certified in what I do, and I do welcome you to one-to-one sessions. If you feel like you need a little more personal attention and help to sort through some of the mess, I do welcome you. And y'all, I'm going to say it literally every time I come on here. I'm doing 77% off. If you book with me this month, it's July 31st. I'm giving you 77% off anything on my website. So please, and this is not just for this month. The sale is this month, but it is for the rest of our time together. So even if you do, like, let's say you do my seven month bundle, you'll get that discount the next 7 months. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so In order for us to understand the natural, we must understand the principles set in place. So there are spiritual principles set in place, whether we know it or not, whether we live them or not. This is part of truth and reality of existence. Now, everything I see in the natural world was first born in the spirit. Okay? This includes my own issues, my own hardships, afflictions, battles, whatever word resonates for you. It first began in the spirit. Okay? So there's something within me in the intangible space of self that broke. Unbeknownst to me, or maybe I'm completely aware of this. And because of that, I now have fractures in my soul that have been the foundation to my anxiety or my depression, whatever it is you wrestle with. Or, as I prefaced earlier, whatever you wrestle with. So, hi, Crazy. Hi, Crazy. How are you? And everybody tuning in, hi, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We're already started. Welcome. I'm so happy all of you are here. When I'm in the space of my earthbound battles, when I'm a little caterpillar, y'all, this is gonna be. I'm excited. This is gonna rock. You guys, are you ready for some serious transformation? It is here. It is coming. So think about these cute little caterpillars. Okay, think about them. They're so cute. They have, by nature, their little life cycle. And one of the things that I'm thinking about them right now is they eat. Okay? They eat a lot. Now, I think this is why, because there has to be balance. Y'all, there has to be balance and harmony to this. Because we are getting into some deep stuff, but at the same time, there's always a silver lining. There's always beauty with a heartache. So, hi, Athena. Good to see you. Welcome. If you are here, helpless and hopeless in my hardships, all you can see is what I'm seeing right now is the insurmountable climb up the tree. Big, big, beautiful trees, so big I can't even fathom that I would be able to climb them. All I see is that, thank you. She's as pretty as a slug. Is that? I love it. Love it. Y'all are a riot. So all I can see is when you're in this stage of earthbound battles, you don't have a frame of reference. Even though something is bigger than you, there's something bigger than it to help you get to where you're going. If you're here, I'm here to tell you this is stage one, and you will get through it if you persevere. But maybe some of the things that you're dealing with, especially with anxiety, and I'm going to start here because most of us have dealt with anxiety at some point. But some of us are stuck here because I don't have the scope, the grand scope of reality to see that I'm not going to stay here, nor do I have to stay here. Because right now, all you can see is the insurmountable issue that you're dealing with, issues that you're dealing with. Okay, and why? Because you are still functioning in your default mode. And this is generally because it is clouded by fear. Now, fear is a very general word, but it is all encompassing because fear is really a spiritual assault on your soul. When you can identify the root of your fear, this is when the breakthrough begins. So you have to come to this place of, first of all, being brave enough to acknowledge, I am afraid. Secondly, to name what it is that is causing your fear. Or I should say, causing anxiety within you due to a fear. I want to help us get in the habit of disassociating the ownership, and yet at the same time I must own that this is my issue, so that I can okay, so what are your fears? Now when I'm in the space, and again there's different stages of this anxiety. I can be in sort of a acute stage, chronic stage, or I am in a temporary stage due to a recent shock. But the hope is that you get to a space where you're recovering and growing from stage to stage so that it is no longer running your life. This is what we're trying to get to, is to the space where it's not controlling me anymore. I have a grip on it, and I'm learning to manage it in my recovery. Okay? But for those of you that are here, and a lot of you are here, you feel like you can't. You feel helpless in your own life. You feel like you feel like you're a victim of your own life. And you're not able to see or hear or feel anything else, just your own pain. You're really completely enveloped and enraptured in your own pain. And if you're here, I love you, I'm praying for you, and I'm here to remind you and encourage you that you don't need to stay there. That you are safe to come out and find the light. And this is why we're doing this. See, what's the word I want to use? Manifestations. In my own behavior, when I am in this space of victimhood where I feel like, and this is not to dismiss that you are possibly or have been a victim of something traumatic. Okay, I'm here to affirm you. If you've been through any kind of serious abuse, or you're in a relationship or a situation where you are being abused and you are a victim, I esteem you in this, and I honor that, and I send you the love that you need. But that you will get to a space, and you can get to a space where what you've been through no longer controls your life. So if you're ready to come out of there, these might be some of the things that you've been dealing with or feeling when it comes to how you relate to people. And these are tall tale signs. Number one is escapism. So when I am very immersed in my trauma or my pain, and I'm not ready to deal with it, this is one of the first stages, is I'm escaping. Sorry, you guys, I keep getting a lot of notifications. I'm so sorry. Escapism. So this is me literally running away from self. It's like it's too painful to even be around my own self, so I escape. And this can look in all kinds of different ways and different forms. But essentially, I'm in denial of what I'm dealing with or what I've gone through, or I'm repressing those feelings somehow. But again, they don't stay bottled up forever. This is why they manifest in different ways. So some of the ways they can manifest in anxiety is perhaps you're very short-tempered with people. And I've taught this for so long, but usually with anxiety, I'm either projecting it outward, and typically it'll come out in anger, or I internalize it and it comes through in depression, okay? Because I'm not sharing, I'm keeping it in, but it's actually silencing my voice, okay? Or you're somewhere in the middle where you vacillate between the two. But if I'm the type of person that I'm projecting my anxiety, I'll probably be very impatient with people. I may, just out of, depending on which stage of anger you're in, this is super, super important to understand, because there's different stages of anger. You may have a hard time, relationships or having conversations with people where you may feel easily attacked, you may feel easily criticized. So you may react in blame shifting when something goes wrong and you feel like people are coming against you. Justification, gaslighting. These are different ways that if you're projecting that anxiety outward because you're in this state of victimhood, you're not able to even really see clearly or hear clearly what's happening in a dialogue with somebody else. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hi. Hi, gamer. Good to see y'all. Welcome, everybody tuning in. If you are someone who internalizes your anxiety, then it's most likely going to manifest in depression. So, and again, y'all, we can go into all the stages, but the important thing to remember in this stage that I am in my earthbound battles is that even if I'm here, the sun still shines. Sunlight, and you can still see the sun, even if you're a little tiny caterpillar. Sorry, my messages. Even if you're a tiny little caterpillar, the sun still shines on you, and the light of the spirit is ready to receive you and carry into stage 2, which is your chrysalis stage, and we're going to get into that next week. So for now, I'm going to pause. I'm going to see if you guys want to ask any questions or share anything. I'm ears. Let's see if you guys have anything else. I have had a few stream. What am I doing? I'm just sharing a little tonight. What are you doing? And what are all of y'all doing this week? Anything new this month? Actually, because it's only the first week. Yes, I'm excited about July. Even though it's deathly hot. It's only going to get worse the next couple of weeks, which is horrid. I can't even believe it. Um, but I'm dreaming about the fall. I am already dreaming about the fall. Yesterday was your birthday. Hey, Ethan. Happy belated. How old are you? What did you do to celebrate? And on the day of my birthday, I crashed my scooter. Oh no. Well, I hope you're okay. Oh, you guys are blowing up. Let's see what y'all are saying. Are we all guilty because God planted a fruit tree and a serpent hoodwinked Adam into eating apple? Fine, do you believe in Jesus? Good, Ethan. Yes. Yes, I do. Are we all guilty because God planted a fruit tree and a serpent hoodwinked Adam? Ooh. Hi, Kayoki. Thank you. I hope you're having a lovely day as well. That is a great question. That's a great question. And how to answer is probably a little more complex because I feel like we are living in a broken realm. Okay, our earth is a broken realm because of the fall. And we are born into brokenness. We experience brokenness on this side of eternity, but the hope is to get to a space where we acknowledge this within ourselves and we move toward restoration, and that includes obviously spiritually restored, being spiritually restored, because that is needed for us to have an anchor to deal with, as I say, these earthbound battles. But when we use the word guilty, I don't know. I mean, I feel like God is the only judge, and words like guilt and condemnation, I don't really use those too much because I do feel. Am I back? Sorry, I got cut off, y'all. I feel like the Spirit gives conviction to turn from sin, okay? But I also, the other thing to understand here is that in our finite reasoning and thinking in the logical realm of the mind, there's only so much that we can do and understand. And this is why we need the Spirit of God to guide us into the wisdom of God, to learn how to live in the abundant life that He's promised us. So it's not so black and white, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And at the same time, it is very black and white. And I think that God is always speaking to us. He's always revealing Himself. And it is a matter of us posturing ourselves to tune into the frequency of the Spirit, to hear, to guide us individually in our own lives, to repentance, to the fullness of salvation and beauty and grace and mercy and everything that He has for us. I hope that answers your question. That's amazing to hear. I'm just trying to make sure everyone believes. Aww. because Jesus is coming back sooner than we can all think. Science going around the world. Yes, Ethan, I am in complete agreement with you. We are definitely in the final stages of the grace age. This is what I believe as well. And yes, things are getting crazier in the world, and I think it's more evident now, especially with what's going on in nature. Nature speaks to us. If nature is going through hell, we need to pay attention, and that is exactly what is happening right now. So I am in full agreement with that statement. It's not complicated, Celtic, no. It's just complex. It's complex. And again, God's ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. There's only so much I could explain, but I really feel, and this is what I share with everyone, I feel like God is always revealing himself to you. And if you tune in, then you can hear and you can follow his leading and his spirit for your life. Because again, we all have different 7 minutes ago, arriving soon. That's what's us. Okay, sorry, y'all. We all have different paths that God has for us. And if you're tuned into the Spirit, then you'll know where he's leading you. Great question, though. But was there anything else you wanted to share, Celtic, about it? Or was there a specific reason you were thinking of that specifically? Hi, Katie. Good to see you. What else? Let's see. By the way, I do have a Last Days live stream on Fridays, you guys. So if you're interested in tuning in, I do talk about prophetic and apocalyptic stuff on Fridays. And I am going to be sharing, I get a lot of song messages. And I'm going to be, I think I shared this already, but I am going to be doing a teaching on what the Lord's been showing me about what is here and some of the ways that we can prepare for the days that are now. Because I used to say the days that are coming, but they're now. Yes. Yes, I'll take, absolutely. Yes, you got it. Right, and it was the tree of the knowledge of good and evil that the fruit was taken from. Yeah. Yeah, again, and remember, when you read scripture, it is layers. It's the living word. Okay, this is why it says it's the living word of God, because there's different ways to read the Bible. I mean, if you read the Bible just intellectually, it makes no sense. A lot of it doesn't. So I must read it as God reveals more and more to me. This is why if you read, I used to encourage people, and I still encourage people, to read the Proverbs every day. There's 31 Proverbs. I mean, I've read Proverbs for 20 years now, right? But I can still read the Proverbs, and every time I read, I'm getting more revelation. Even if I've read it for 20 years or I've read it a million times. The reason being because it is by Spirit that revelation comes to me through the Word. It is not just an intellectual understanding of what I'm reading. So yes, it must make sense intellectually, but it's also it makes more sense spiritually. It makes faith spiritually, if that makes sense. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, there's so much. But yes, I encourage you to continue to read and continue to see what God's showing you. And just trust his path for your life. This is what I'm encouraging all of you. Wherever God leads you is where you need to be. Because I'm connected to the people God has ordained for my life. My decisions are not just about me. They are connected to others connected to me. And that includes people connected to us in the future. So I must come to a space spiritually where I'm sensitive enough and bold enough and brave enough to say yes to God wherever he's leading me. Even if it doesn't make sense. And this is what I'm talking about, Celtic, is that I gotta lean more on the spiritual part of me. And hopefully that part of you is already anchored to the Lord. And my spirit is centered and restored and sound, so I can make sound decisions in my spirit, or in my soul realm, which is my mind, heart, and will, which I teach on all the time. So, yes. If you are here tonight, my loves, if you are here, earthbound battles, my encouragement to you is that you're not alone, and you don't need to stay there. The Lord is with you. He is always speaking to you. He's always speaking to you. He's always guiding you. Even in your darkest moments, and I'm speaking this from my own life testimony, in your darkest moments, he's there. He's guiding you. He's leading you out, in fact. And even though you are a tiny little caterpillar trying to find your way through this giant world, your life matters and it's significant and is connected to so many others. And what God is doing right now is so supernatural. I mean, if you really want to know what's happening in this, the only place you're going to get that truth and revelation is from the Lord himself, from his spirit, because it's too great to handle. There it is. Y'all, a couple of days ago, I was trying to remember this teaching that I did back in 2021. It's too great for us to handle. It's here on my YouTube channel. I forgot what I titled it, but what's coming is too great for us to handle. The goodness and awesomeness and abundance and restoration and beauty that God has for you, for me, for all of us, it's too great for us to handle. The destruction, the chaos, and in fact, there's so many that are going through this right now. It's too great for you to handle. You cannot intellectually understand everything anymore. You have to go deeper now to get understanding about what is going on. What's going on with people, what's going on in the world, what's going on with everything in my life. I need the Lord. I need God for this. Wow. That's a powerful statement, Celtic. You should come on Friday. I'm inviting you guys to the Friday live stream. And yeah, the Lord will reveal more to me later. But to wrap up tonight, am I back? You guys, I don't know. I'm just apologizing in advance for my live stream, for my internet, because it's wacky, it's wonky. If you're here, my encouragement to you is that God has a divine plan for you. And as I was sharing, and I'm going to be sharing, this divine reversal that's happening, Yield to the Spirit of the Lord. He will guide you, I promise. He will guide you. It's needed and necessary. Okay, so let's see. Job. Yeah, there's so much. Celtic, yeah. There's so much in scripture that's like, you know, but I think this is why we read and we meditate and we seek wisdom about what it is that God's showing us, and He will show us. So with that said, I love y'all so much. I'm going to be back Friday for sure for our last day's live stream. And if you all one-to-one sessions, again, 77% off everything, all my services. You can find me on my website, or you can send me an email, she'srestored@gmail.com. I'm on Instagram, She's Restored, and Sound, which is my artist and musician community and family. And yeah, hope you have a great week. And I'm praying for y'all. And I love y'all. And I will be back